Welcome back to Master Business English. Today, we're going to learn how to use the past simple like pro, like a professional. So very well, we're going to master the past simple. But this is the part 1. And why is it the part just 1? Because the topic is a bit big, so I decided and I divided the topic into lessons. But do not worry, you're going to learn also the part 2, but next lesson, okay? Next class. Okay, so let's the party started. Okay, we're going to learn the past simple from the typical mistake, the very common mistakes in past simple. These mistakes and the most of the examples or exercises you're going to see in our lessons, we got them, okay, from our students' mistakes, okay? And why to learn from mistakes? Because in this way, you're going to be conscious and be aware about the mistake that maybe you also make. And you're going to learn better how to avoid to make those mistakes too. I said maybe because maybe you don't make those mistakes, okay? Okay, so let's start it. He was working in London. He was working in London? No, we should say he worked in London. He worked in London. Next mistake. Work he in London? Work he in London? That is also incorrect. We should say, did he work in London? Did he work in London? The other mistake is, he didn't wrote a letter. He didn't wrote a letter. You should say, he didn't write a letter. He didn't write a letter. The other mistake, I didn't celebrate New Year's Eve. I didn't celebrate New Year's Eve. That's also wrong. We should say, I didn't celebrate New Year's Eve. I didn't celebrate New Year's Eve. Take into account that in our lessons, I'm also trying to teach you how to pronounce the sentences or some words. So after, you can also check again the video, watch it again, okay, and also relearn or practice how to pronounce the words you do not know. Okay? Good. Let's go with the other slide. More mistakes here. He wrote a report. He wrote a report? No, wrong. He wrote a report. He wrote a report. Why did he be late for the meeting? Why did he be late for the meeting? No. Why was he late for the meeting? Why was he late for the meeting? I'm sorry, but I didn't my tasks. What? I'm sorry, but I didn't my task. That's also a mistake. I'm sorry, but I didn't do my tasks. Don't forget the action. Don't forget the verb. So I'm sorry, but I didn't do my tasks. Last one. My boss refused to give me more time for that work yesterday. My boss refused to give me more time for that work yesterday. That is also wrong. We should say, my boss refused. My boss refused to give me more time for that work yesterday. My boss refused. Refused. My boss refused to give me more time for that work yesterday. Exactly. So these are the typical mistakes, okay, people make, or our students, or maybe you, okay, make, and you should avoid them, okay, in order to speak or to write properly. Because what we are teaching here is just the way to avoid to make mistakes, not only when you are speaking, but also when you are writing, or the contrary. writing and speaking. Okay? Great. So, past simple tense or simple past tense also, it is also called like that, is one of the most exciting and important tenses. Yes, sincerely, it's a very exciting and important too in English. As I suppose most of you don't believe me, but it is like that. And why? Why? Because it is used to talk about the past. It is used to talk about the past. Hmm? Yes, exactly. Because when we need to take an anecdote, something that happened to us in the past, to tell someone our memories, or when we remember, a situation, or when we are at work and we want to tell to our customers or suppliers, okay, or about a story maybe about our company or something that happened, we should use the past simple. Exactly. So the past simple. Okay? But how, Karime? How is it? I don't understand. Well, it's very simple. Here we have the timeline. So you can see the past, the present, this moment, and the future. And the past tense is an action or an activity that we located in the past. So to us, it is an action or an activity that happened before now. And that is the trick. Okay, we should locate it, okay, the action or that activity in the past before now, because that is an action that happened in the past before the present. Okay, good. Very simple, right? So the question is, did you get it? Great. I see. You got it because it is very simple. Exactly. Good. Excellent. Let's go on. The past simple, okay, has three conditions, and I will explain them, okay? Three conditions. The past simple indicates an action or an activity that started, number one, started, started and ended at a particular moment or time in the past. 3, at a particular moment or time in the past. So started and ended at a particular moment or time in the past. Those three conditions are essential and should be, should be present, okay, in your idea or sentence that you would like to express, or story, for example, also your story should be always present. And then also I added another condition, but it's not a condition. I would say that it is to clearly understand the three previous conditions. So it indicates an action, or it is for complete finished actions or activities. For complete finished actions. So it means that the action should be completely finished in the past. So again, the action or activity, okay, should start and finish in the past, okay, at a specific moment, okay, and that action, okay, should be finished, completely finished, okay? Very good. So every time you want to you want to express an idea, take into account, specifically talking or speaking about the past, taking into account these three conditions that should be in your idea or sentences, by writing or by speaking, okay? Great. Let's see some examples, because the best way to learn is to see them in examples, okay, to understand better what I want to express, or what I have learned in the theory part. Good. Example. We lost the opportunity. We didn't take advantage of it. We lost the opportunity. We didn't take advantage of it. Lost, didn't take advantage. Okay, those are actions that started and finished in the past, a particular moment in the past. Okay, complete finished actions or activities. Next one, they entered in the Indian market last year. They entered in the Indian market last year, but now they are in the European market. But now they are in the European market. Entered in the Indian market last year. Right now, today is not last year. So this action is completely finished in the past. Started, ended at a particular moment in the past, not anymore. Okay? Because now they are in the European market. Next example. The company started to spend a lot in R&D. The company started to spend a lot in R&D, started in the past. It means that nowadays, no. Okay? Started. Unfortunately, the human resources manager didn't invite Mark to the party. Unfortunately, the human resource manager didn't invite Mark to the party. Didn't invite, past tense. The party is finished. The party was other day, but not now. Okay, good. Next slide. Forming positive sentences in past simple. No, don't have that face. Don't be scared of this because it is very, very simple. It is, believe me. You just need to put them into practice, and that's all. And afterwards, you will start speaking soon. Yes, but first, certainly, you should learn. Okay, let's go. Now we're going to talk about the irregular verbs. In English, in past simple, we have regular and irregular. But first of all, we're going to focus in the regular verbs, okay? So for regular verbs, with all the subjects, the subject pronouns, okay, I, he, she, it, we, they, you, all of them, okay, to the verb, we have to add ed. So for regular verbs, we should add ed at the end of the verb in order to form the past, okay, of the verb. Good. Is it very simple? Let's see. Yes, it is. Very good. Excellent. If you have any comment or if you have any data, okay, or a suggestion, just write down in the chat box, okay? Good. Great. Here we have spelling, which is very important for regular verbs in past simple, okay? Here we have some little rules you should study, okay? So when you have a verb for regular verbs, talking about regular verbs, if you have a verb and that verb ends in E, you just simply add D. For example, like ends in E. In order to transform it into past, we just add D. Second rule, when that verb ends in consonant plus Y, you just need to drop Y and add I-E-D. I-E-D. Consonant plus Y, we drop the Y and add I-E-D. For example, here we have study. Consonant D and Y. We drop Y and add I-E-D. So we have studied. The last rule is when you have a verb, okay, one syllable verb, and that verb ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the consonant and add ed. So here, for example, we have stop. Good. That ends in consonant, vowel, consonant. We double the consonant and add ed. So stopped. How to pronounce them? Like, liked, study, studied, stop, stopped. Good. Do you have any question to hear? Very clear, right? Yes, I told you, it's very simple. Good, I'm very happy. Let's go on. Some practice, of course, because if you want to learn, you need to do exercises. Let's go to exercise, what you have just learned. Good, we have he got to work very late at night. He got to work very late at night. And the verb is use. So let's see your comments. Let's see your answers. Good, very good. Okay, so here is it. Let's go to see the answer. I'm very happy with it. Well, it is very simple, okay, even though some of you make a little mistake, but it doesn't matter. Here we are for learning, you know. The correct answer is used. He used to work very late at night. He used to work very late at night. Used. More. She gap in Manchester for 3 years. She gap in Manchester for 3 years. And the verb is work. Work. Let's see your answers. Very well. I see. Good. I like it. So let's see the answer. Good. Very simple, right? Worked. Worked. We add ed. So she worked in Manchester for 3 years. She worked in Manchester for 3 years. Good. Already more. I gap her office at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I got her office at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And the verb is call. Call. Your answers? Well, you are writing your answers. I'm very happy. Just take into consideration that here in our lesson, we're not just learning rules or putting into practice and mastering your English. You're also learning how to pronounce the words. So after, you can watch again the video and to check how to pronounce the words you don't know. And of course, to practice. Very good. Good. But well, not so difficult. Let's go. So the answer is I called. I called her office at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I called her office. I called her. I called her office at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Called. Called. Very good. Other exercise. They got to Claire's house last night. They got to Claire's house last night. The verb is cycle. Cycle. So, just some minutes to write down your answers. Good. Very good. Okay, very good. Let's go to see it. He cycled. Exactly. D, just D. He cycled to Claire's house last night. They cycled. Sorry, my mistake. They cycled to Claire's house last night. They cycled to Claire's house last night. Good. So, right. You're doing a very good job. Very good job. Thumb up. Okay, here we have the regular verbs. I know it is a headache, but you should study. You should study, and unfortunately, there's no other way. You should learn by memory the list of irregular verbs. So here we have them. I'm going to teach you here. Of course, I can't. I would like just here to teach you how to pronounce the words. Okay, how to pronounce the next irregular verbs in present simple and also in past simple. So afterwards, you can watch again the video and practice how to pronounce them. Okay, great, good. So let's start it. Bring, bring, brought, brought. It is not brought or brought. No, brought, brought. The next one, buy, bought, bought, buy, bought. It is not bought, no, it's bought, buy, bought. Next one, come, came, come, came, do, did, do, did. Drink, drink, drunk, drink, drunk, drink, drunk. Drive, drove, drive, drove. Find, found, find, found. It is not found. Found, no, but found. Found. So again, brought, bought, came, did, drunk, drove, found. Good. Next group. Okay. Fly, flew. Fly, flew. Yes, you have heard it very well. Flew is not flew, no, but flew. Flew. Fly, flew. Good. Forget, forgot. Forget, forgot. Forget, forgot. Get, got. Get, got. Give, gave. Give, gave. Have, had. Have, had. Know, knew. Know, knew. It is not knew. Knew, no. Knew. No, knew. Leave, left. Leave, left. So, flew, forgot, got, gave, had, knew, left. Next group. Lose, lost. Lose, lost. Make, made. Meet, met. Put, put. Read, read, read. Okay, this is a verb that it's irregular in pronunciation. You write them in the same way, equal, but the pronunciation in present and in past is completely different. So read, read. Run, run, run. Run, run. See, saw. See, saw. It's not so. No, it's not so, but saw. So, lost, made, met. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Meet, met. Meet, met. Put, put. Put, put. Okay, I will read the regular verbs. I mean the past tense. Lost, made, met, put. Read, run, saw. Good. Last group. Swim, swam. Swim, swam. Take, took. Take, took. Teach, taught. Teach, taught. Is not taucht or tauche. No, is teach, taught. Taught. Exactly. Taught. Tell, told. Think, thought. Think, thought. Understand, understood. Understand, understood. Write, wrote. Write, wrote. Very good. Let's see, we have some questions. Okay, let's put all this into practice. Exercises. Everybody got and was very happy. Everybody got and was very happy. The verbs are laugh and sing. Laugh and sing. Let's go to wait for some seconds to your answers. Very fast, huh? Good. Let's see. Everybody laughed and sang and was very happy. Everybody laughed and sang and was very happy. Laughed, sang. Next exercise. Sorry. Laughed. Laughed. Yes, the pronunciation is laughed. Laugh. Infinitive. Laugh. Laughed. Laugh. Laughed. Very good. Practice. Yuli got Tom from school this afternoon. Yuli got Tom from school this afternoon. The verb is meet. Meet. Let's go to see your answers. Okay, very good. Yuli met Tom from school this afternoon. Yuli met Tom from school this afternoon. Yuli met Tom from school this afternoon. Other exercise. I gap at the weekends when I was young. I gap at the weekends when I was young. The verb is teach. Teach. Let's go to see. Good. Here are some mistakes, but in any case, it doesn't matter because you learn, you will exactly learn. Okay, so don't be afraid to make mistakes because you learn better from your mistakes because you start to internalize the things much better. So making mistakes is not bad at all. It's great because you learn. Okay, so what's the correct answer is I taught. I taught at the weekends when I was younger. I taught at the weekends when I was younger. I taught at the weekends when I was younger. Very good. You got this. You got this. Very good. Thumb up. Excellent. Let's move on. Now, practice. You should write your answers on the comments or in the chat box, okay? Good, like you have been doing that, Good, great. Practice time. Let's see. Right or wrong? I lost your address. I lost your address. Right or wrong? Good. That was completely wrong, okay? The correct answer is I lost your address. I lost your address. Here, there's something particular because the word address can be pronounced in two ways. You can say address or address. Address or address. And both of them are right, are correct in pronunciation. Okay, let's go to mover. Right or wrong, you never visited me in the hospital. You never visited me in the hospital. You never visit me in the hospital. Right or wrong? Write your answers. Okay. Let's see. Wrong. It is also wrong. And the correct answer is you never visit me in the hospital. You never visit me in the hospital. Why? Because it's visited with one T. So here I would like to warn you about your spelling. Please be careful, okay? Be careful with your spelling because it is not only to speak, but also to write. Because when you are working in a company, okay, or in your own business, remember that you should write correctly, okay? So spelling is also important, okay? Really important. So here the answer is, you never visit me in the hospital. You never visit me in the hospital. Let's go to see next exercise. They created a new design of a tower. Right or wrong? They created a new design of a tower. Let's check your answers. Sorry. Good. Very well done. Most of you. Great. Let's see. So this is completely correct. Why? Because they created a new design of a tower. They created a new design of a tower. Next exercise. Right or wrong, the police stopped me on my way home last night. The police stopped me on my way home last night. The police stopped me on my way home last night. Right or wrong? Let's see your answers. Great. Therefore, very good. Okay, let's see. Wrong. It is wrong. Why? Because we say stopped with double P. We have just said that spelling is also very important. So it is also important to take into account. Okay. So the police stopped me on my way home last night. Good. So double P, okay, because it is one syllable and it ends in consonant, vowel, consonant. For that reason, we double the P and add ED, stopped. Good. Next exercise. Right or wrong? Lillian passed her examination because she studied very hard. Lillian passed her examination because she studied very hard. Right or wrong? Let's see your answers. Okay, good. Great. Let's check it out. That was right. So we say Lillian passed her examination because she studied very hard. Lillian passed her examination because she studied very hard. Good. Excellent. Let's go with the next one. We couldn't afford to keep our car, so we sold it. We couldn't afford to keep our car, so we sold it. Right or wrong? While you're writing, just remember that these mistakes or these sentences that we are providing you here, that I am providing you here on the slides, okay, are the typical mistakes, okay, our students make, but not only our students, but in general ideas are common mistakes from students, okay, or from people who are learning English, okay? So let's try to avoid them, okay? Great, good, okay, let's see. It is wrong. And why is it wrong? Because we say sold. Sold is irregular. Sell is the infinitive verb and sold is the past tense. So we couldn't afford to keep our car, so we sold it. We couldn't afford to keep our car, so we sold it. Okay? Good. Excellent. Let's go to the next one. I was very tired, so I was leave the party early. I was very tired, so I was leave the party early. Right or wrong? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Let's see the answer. The answer is wrong. And why? It's simply because the verb is left. We cannot say I was leave. No, we should say left. So we say I was very tired, so I left the party early. I was very tired, so I left the party early. That's the correct answer. Let's go to see the other one. When she did hear strange noise, she get up to investigate. When she did hear a strange noise, she get up to investigate. Answers, right or wrong? I like the fact that you write the correct answers. You said it's right, and if it's wrong, you give me the answer, the correct answer. So that's fantastic, okay? Because that is the best way to learn things, okay? Just not to say right or wrong. No, it is not enough, okay? Good. I like it. Good. Question from Carlos. Okay, from Spain, I suppose. Carlos. Okay. Good question, Carlos. I will take it into account. Good. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is a little bit tricky. Okay, but a good question. I will answer your question in a couple of seconds. Okay, good. Let's go to C. That's wrong. This question, or sorry, this sentence is wrong. And why? Because we say heard and got up. Heard and got up. So when she heard a strange noise, she got up to investigate. When she heard a strange noise, she got up to investigate. Yes, this is the correct answer. However, I would like to explain to Carlos that it's true. If we say when she did heard, when we use the auxiliary do or did, okay, in our sentence, in a positive sentence, when we use it with next to the verb, we want to express, or the meaning is to intensify the action. We want to say she really heard, okay, convinced that she really heard, okay, a strange noise, okay. So it is possible and it's correct to say she did heard. She did heard, and that is correct. We just in that way want to intensify our sentence, the meaning of our sentence, okay. So it is possible to use the auxiliary do or do, does, did in a positive sentence before the verb, okay? But we didn't put it here, okay, because with this exercise, we just want you to focus, okay, in the use of the past simple tense, okay, and not in other type of issues. But of course, if you ask a question, we will reply you, we will explain it to you, okay, for sure. So in this case, we consider it wrong, not because it is wrong. No, it is because, okay, we just want you to practice today's lesson. That is past simple, okay, the conjugation in this specific case. Good question, and thank you very much for it. Next one. Okay, I were not happy. I didn't have a good time. I were not happy and I didn't have a good time. Right or wrong? Mm-hmm. Good. Very well. I'm very happy because you're learning. Sincerely. Congratulations to most of you. Almost all. Okay, let's go to see the answer. Wrong. And why is it wrong, Rime? Because in this case, we say was. 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 Okay? So we say, I was not happy. I didn't have a good time. I was not happy. I didn't have a good time. Remember, please, to practice also the pronunciation, okay, of these words that we are, let's say, pronouncing during our lessons. Okay, so you can watch the video again and to copy and the pronunciation of the words you don't know, or maybe to improve those that you really know. Okay, good. So let's go to see the other example. They entered into the shop and saw the accident. They entered into the shop and saw the accident. It's right or wrong? Let's see. Very good. Very good. Excellent. So here the answer. It is completely correct. So we do say they entered into the shop and saw the accident. They entered into the shop and saw the accident. Let's go to see the next sentence, the next exercise. Okay, pay attention and be careful here. The lecturer perfectly understood the task to do last week. The lecturer perfectly understood the task to do last week. Is it right or wrong? The lecturer perfectly understood the task to do last week. Right or wrong? Let's see your answers. Because you are sincerely very fast when you write, huh? Congratulations. Okay. Very good. Okay. Some cases, yes. Okay. Let's see it because I told you it's a bit tricky. Wrong. It is wrong. And why? Because the verb is understood. Understood. Okay. Is the past tense of the verb understand, which is also in this case an irregular verb. So we said the lecturer perfectly understood the task to do last week. The lecturer perfectly understood the task to do last week. Good, good. I'm very happy. So in this case, I should say, or I should give it to you a thumb up because it was a great, great job. And here, as you can see, Iron Man. Exactly. Yeah. This is a gift for you, but also for me too, because I like it a lot. Good. Great. Thank you very much. I would like also to take advantage and to invite you to come to be part of our lesson next Wednesday at 5 p.m. or 1700 hours. So to come, to study, to practice and practice, okay, and learn with us. That would be great. But also, I would like to recommend you or to suggest you to write in the comment part in the chat box, okay, the topics, I don't know, maybe a suggestion or maybe a data or maybe a question about a topic that you don't know or you would like to study deeply, okay? Or maybe you can suggest a topic that we could create in next lessons in order to bring it up to these webinars, okay? So I will do appreciate it. So write down your comments, okay, like us, and also share our video. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for today. And bye.